Yo, what's up everybody, Rancherito here. Patch version 1.8.3 has been announced with some nerfs, buffs, item changes, and more. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and family, and like everything else, let's get right into the video. Now let's jump into champions, starting with champion nerfs. Feng Mao's Imperial Duelist augment, damage dealt and taken are decreased. Grux's secondary damage decrease and bonus physical power scaling decreased, as well as his alternate max healing decrease and cooldown increase. His ultimate attack speed decreased as well. Howitzer's passive magical power scaling decreased and mana restore increased. His primary direct hit magical power scaling decrease and alternate initial damage and mine lifetime decrease, while additional hit and magical power scaling increase. Kwang's primary damage decrease and mana cost increase, alternate shield magical power scaling decrease and ultimate magical power scaling decrease and cooldown increase. Morgesh's general physical power, health regen, physical armor growth, and movement speed all decrease, or alternate damage decrease and healing magical power scaling decrease. Morn's general health growth and health growth regen decrease, his primary cooldown increase, secondary cooldown increase, and alternate damage decrease. Rampage's rock and all augment boulder throw damage amplifier decrease, primary damage decrease and cooldown increase, alternate damage decrease, ultimate temporary health decrease as well. Rena's general physical armor growth decrease, primary execute threshold decrease, secondary mana cost and current health damage soul threshold increase, ultimate damage per hit and low health target damage amplification both decrease. Shinbi's general health decrease and secondary shield decrease. Windblast's alternate mana cost increase, Race alternate projectile range decrease. Finally, Uray's primary cooldown increase and secondary bonus physical power scaling decrease. Now moving on to champion buffs. Argus's passive damage increase, magical power scaling increase, alternate damage changed overall, and projectile speed increase. Aurora's passive max health damage increase and double jump current cooldown is now reduced by 3 seconds each time Aurora immobilizes an enemy hero, and her secondary damage increase. Decker's general mana regen and mana regen growth both increase, her alternate projectile size increase as well. Drongo's alternate projectile range and size both increase. Greystone's secondary bonus health scaling increase. Iggy passive damage, magical power scaling, and slow all increase, his primary cooldown decrease as well. Kalari's alternate crippling dagger cooldown refund increase and ultimate damage increase. Murdoch's general movement speed increase and passive total physical power scaling increase and primary cooldown decrease. Narbash's Berserker B augment, attack speed increase, rhythmic recharge augment, damage taken mana restore increase, primary cooldown and mana cost decrease and alternate damage increase. Phase's passive blink, mana cost decrease, alternate had some bug fixes such as now pull in full effect abilities such as Gideon's ultimate and Rena's mortar coil, and can't pull out of fear and charm effects. Revenant's spectral bounty augment now grants physical and magical power when killing targets in the realm. Power steal is increased in percentage of stolen enemy power gained on kill is decreased. His primary bonus physical power scaling, magical power scaling, and additional hit damage all increase. Sarah's general health regen increase, primary cooldown decrease, and secondary mana cost decrease. Terra's primary damage and true damage increase, ultimate bonus physical power and magical armor both increase. Finally, Zinc's general health growth increase, secondary initial damage and slow increase, and explosion slow increase, while alternate damage over time magical power scaling increased as well. Next, some champion reworks, starting with Acheron. General attack speed growth, basic attack and movement speed all increase, while health regen growth, mana, and magical armor all decrease. Basic attack bonus physical power scaling decrease, primary damage per hit and slow decrease, while bonus physical power scaling, magical power scaling increase, and mana cost change to scaling cost. Secondary web shot damage increase, while web shot magical power scaling, bonus physical power scaling, leap bonus physical power scaling, and elite magical power scaling all decrease. Alternate damage increase, while magical and physical power scaling decrease, mana cost decrease to a solid 40, and killing an enemy minion or monster with crushing maul grants 8 hunger stat. Boris's general mana increase, passive non-hero healing effective decrease, secondary total physical power scaling and mana power decrease, ultimate bonus health damage increase as well. Countess's Bloodwell augment, total healing decrease, general physical armor and magical armor growth decrease, while magical armor increase, her secondary damage, cooldown, and mana cost decrease, alternate damage decrease, and ultimate cooldown changed overall. Grim's system restore augment healing and DK movement speed, while Reboot X augment ability cooldown reduction against heroes increase. Hero's Dusk Embrace augment, missing health damage decrease, and Siphoning Purge augment, purge healing increase. The Phase natural infusion ability haste and duration increase, while Verdant Embrace augment, healing magical power scaling decrease. Finally, Yin's Storm of Salvation augment, non-hero healing modifier decrease, and Windburn duration extensions decrease, general mana decrease, primary rising storm stack on hero hit increase, and ultimate cooldown decrease. Now let's jump in item buffs. Dawnstar's health decrease, while physical armor, Crusader attack speed, and attack speed duration both increase. Dynamo's Immobilizer damage amplification increase, Life Ring physical armor increase, Miss Metal Buckler magical armor increase. Overlord Colossal Cleave now deals health physical damage to the primary target and is affected by on-hit modifiers. Spear of Desolation cost decrease, physical penetration and final hour damage amplification increase. Stonewall gained 80% health regen added. Finally, Viper Diligence bonus ability and on-hit damage increase. Next are item nerfs. Ashbringer's Chrono Strike's non-hero current ability cooldowns reductions decrease. Creselia's Moonblade magical power scaling decrease. Magnify's health decrease. Finally, Prophecy's magical strikes on hit damage decrease. Finally, items with rework. Dread's Blitz physical power, physical pen, and magical power all increased, while Scourge plus temporary physical power was removed. Elefrost cost and health both decreased, while physical armor, frostblade duration, and bonus healing scaling all increased. Eviscerator's rendering strike attack speed increased, while rendering strike's omnivamp decreased. Fire Blossom's health decrease and physical armor increased. Gaia Greaves physical armor increase and ability haste decreased. Galaxy Greaves cost increase and magical armor increased. Stoner Strength cost decrease and recipe change. Stormbreaker's physical power and electric momentum damage and total physical power scaling all increased, while attack speed decreased. Finally, Psionic Echoes cost, physical power, ability haste, lifesteal all increased, while physical pen was removed and duplicity changed from attack speed to total attack speed and the recipe change. Moving on to gameplay changes, in-base regen duration decreased and the recall timers are reverted back to 8 seconds. Jungler hunt item slate cooldown is decreased. Finally, Seedling and Shaper are getting some changes. Seedling gold, XP damage, and pulse damage all decreased, while CS provided is now scaling. And Shaper respawn time increased, while global gold and reward CS decreased. Moving on to quality of life, Opal will no longer drop from Quantum Cores and neither will Platinum. However, Opal will be a reward you can earn over time by opening Quantum Cores. Finally, Ion and Quantum Cores all receive changes to all the drop rates, so make sure you keep an eye out or screenshot this for all the changes. Finally, skins, it wouldn't be a patch update without skins. Song is getting a Masked Redeemer skin as well as a Maskless Redeemer skin. Finally, Victorious Bundle 2 is out with skins for Chimera, Murdoch, Muriel, Iggy, and Sevarog. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If so, please follow, like, comment, and share for more.